Hello, beautiful Cancer. Welcome to your reading, which is going to be for next 3 months about money and success. We're going to pull some symbols first and we're going to jump into your coffee cup. If you're new here, I am Divine Light and I'm so happy you joined me today. And if you go on to enjoy this message, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Go ahead, hit subscribe. It's a free way to be here and support the channel. Also, you can hit the bell so you never miss a video. We have the Morton and Foxglove mischief. Okay, maybe you're being too obedient about something. Okay, I feel I'm going to interpret what comes to me. Maybe you're really obedient about something that you should start to do some mischief, okay? This can be abiding by maybe the other people's rules. I'm not talking about societal or laws. It's those kind of like ethical things also we need to follow. I'm talking about maybe somebody told you that that's undoable and you said, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that, okay? This can be about some inspiration came to you, maybe about money idea. It can be applicable to moving somewhere that is going to fulfill your soul, that will bring the success to you. Maybe picking a job that is not a traditional thing to do, okay? Because we have so many things at this point that they didn't exist 20 years ago. And now those jobs, some professions are really hype right now, okay? And they're making a lot of good money. So instead of just obeying by the rules of the old, maybe it's about making your own rule, your kingdom, your queendom, okay? That's why the mischief comes to you. We have upheaval, the vulture, and asphodel. Yeah, maybe it's going to face with an upheaval. What do we have here? 24 and 14. 14 in tarot is temperance. Okay, but temperance actually means that doing things in moderation. So this vulture, sometimes vulture actually reminds me of the death card because it's kind of like decaying and old things actually going away. If something negative happened in your life, you need time to grieve and cleanse your wounds, basically, yes. And be careful and take care of yourself. So this also asks the question, how do I define myself after an upheaval? Something maybe actually pushed you back a little bit. The mischief can be the way, but like I said, the mischief, I don't mean it in a way that grabbing the flags and going on the street and protesting what's happening around you. It's about what you have been obeying, putting your walls around you and not really going outside of those rules, okay? So it's time to explore. Doesn't mean you have to take immediate action. It can be just asking the right questions. We have here, yes, exactly, curiosity, the raccoon and the sycamore here. Approach this situation with curiosity. That's going to, like, mischief can be your curiosity, asking the questions that they told you. Maybe don't ask those kind of questions. Do not question those kind of authorities and such. Seems like time to look at things from that perspective. Another thing here is curiosity is a good way to learn about new things and figure out what you truly desire as well. Okay, it can get you to the bottom of the things. We have here a metamorphosis with a frog and a lotus happening because, you know, the frog actually comes from tiny little tadpole. You can't even compare when you put them side by side. You know that they don't even look like each other, unlike a sheep or like a wolf, like their babies. So it's about time that you are having that metamorphosis, like from cocoon. Basically, butterfly has the same type of growth here. Another thing though, this frog is actually can leap forward real high, real long distances. So it seems like here this change is going to really remove you from this upheaval to this metamorphosis time, okay? So the curiosity can get you there faster, I feel. Let's see, I kind of see the dress here, like with a sweetheart neckline. Looks like a funnel upside down as well, but this is a 3rd month timeline, so it can be about a funnel that you're forming is actually going to start filling up within the 3rd month. Funnel is described when it comes to material things as like a funnel, an extra income, multiple sources of income. Some of you might be creating that. I see there's like 2 pathways appearing that are leading you outside your comfort zone. One of them, we have the bull, the second one. Timeline was second month. Bull can be an authority, maybe leading you towards this pathway and telling you, okay, there's like a tight road that you need to go. Maybe even like a country road that you need to travel. But this is going to lead you to like a big cup here, a big expansion, and also maybe even an offer or something emotionally fulfilling. Okay. That emotional fulfillment, that joy is going to, I feel like, bring more of, you see, like a lot of exciting other opportunities into your life. So it's just good to consider. You can see the evil eye on the bottom. It seems like some of you might carry this energy. You might be feeling tired because of this evil eye. This can also represent maybe some things that you're going to do is going to attract a lot of attention of people with good intentions, bad intentions, or jealousy. Okay, maybe no intention whatsoever, just have like a straight up jealousy. This can make you feel a little bit tired, exhausted, and disoriented. And so there are some ways actually to get rid of it. You can spiritual cleanse, you can physically cleanse, you clean your home, close, like remove your doormat. I tell that when you actually use a doormat, it says welcome. You allow all kinds of energies and eyes to come into that space. So you can use like a black one, or maybe like with no color whatsoever on it. So it seems like here, this is going, oh wow, okay, now I see not the seahorse, horseshoe. Horseshoe is some good luck. And I see a flow. It's coming on a flow here. There's a person right under it wearing like a graduation cap, and he's carrying a tray basically. So some of you might be receiving from like an institution or authority, someone who has power, but a gentle power, because I feel like educators, I'm going to say supposedly, I'm not saying they are supposed to be. The educators have to have this gentle attitude while they're teaching. Like Socrates just popped in my head. He was one of the teachers back in the day too. Aristo, Plato, and this gentle attitude, that they're just serving the information with a gentle way. And it seems like this person might be bringing you the horseshoe, the good luck, the opportunity in a very gentle way, okay? It can be in their personality too. I see, letter V on this person's chest. V can mean their first name or the last name. I also see like two actually shapes like this, like a half moon, like touching each other. What is the signal for that? The sign is, I'm trying to see if there's a planetary sign to that. I couldn't see it. It can be maybe related to like two crescent moons back to back, basically. So it can be maybe CC in their name as well, or someone who actually carbon copies things to you. Okay, why not? I see here there is some clarity coming forward after the communication and the offer, because I see this person has someone whispering into their ear. So this authority might be actually getting a hint from someone about you. So if you have any feelings of sending out resume, if you're not working, this can be about some help that you're trying to get. But it seems like there's like a lines of communication opening here. So you need to connect with maybe an authority, or talk to someone, maybe like ask for help. It seems like this can be whispering, can be spiritual, or it can be in the literal sense, someone you're talking to, handing over information. And it seems like that's going to bring clarity here, sunshine. And I told you there's a pathway opening. And this is also through a pathway. Maybe you're traveling somewhere that's giving you inspiration. I see some glasses here. This can be something that you're reading on the newspaper as well. Keep that in mind. Second month, I see laughing Buddha here, something that you will enjoy. Kind of reminds me of like the waves coming down the river here. Some of you might be maybe going for aqua park. I mean, I don't know if that's the thing. It can be also a fountain, not a fountain. Something flowing, the water is flowing, but I feel like this is like a wild river. Rafting, maybe rafting you're going to, but there's a laughing Buddha under it. So It can also be like exchanging passion and emotions with someone in a very good way. This can be something happening in your home. Laughing Buddha, that little Buddha, can also represent abundance coming into your space, and that abundance can lead to something that is really pleasurable, that you're going to be enjoying it. And the water flowing can be something, it is going to be followed by some good stuff as well. It's not going to stay as some one thing. It is going to, the laughing, the pleasure is going to bring more of this good stuff into your home. I see a letter A here, and someone is actually handing you over this A. A can be a car. That's the first thing popped in my head. Or it can be something, a key to something this person is handing you over. But they're not really around the laughing Buddha, but they're under the fountain. That's why I feel something good is going to happen. And when you start really enjoying that something good, more of it is going to follow. Okay. The 3rd month timeline on a paper, we have a cross here on the left top, and then on the bottom kind of looks like a person's face when we get closer, like kind of like someone who has 2 buns on her head, or it can be a heart shape here. Okay, so it seems like this can be like a legal paper. The cross can be related to something religious, but cross also indicates maybe something that you have suffered about this thing, and it seems like it's resolving now. It's coming to an end. Okay, I see kind of like an alien face here, but we can also interpret them as like a bow of oh, there's under the mountain. Maybe something is hidden. A gift is hidden under a mountain, and you think the mountain is so big, maybe that's why you're not approaching to it, but the path is leading you towards there. So this can be a challenge, or this can be a situation in your life, maybe a material situation, because I see 3 chunks of money around it, and there's a teapot right here. Teapot can be indicative of talking about it, asking people about it. Another thing here, the pathway is leading you towards a mountain, and you can see the bottom of the mountain is empty. You're thinking maybe this thing is not really going to bring success to me because it's a big mountain. I don't want to go over there. Seems like when you get over there, you're going to realize that the mountain is maybe only a shadow of a mountain. It's like the reference of the Plato's cave reference. I don't know if you ever heard of the story. The cave actually tells us about these people living inside of the cave. They only have like a candle in the entrance of the cave. They cannot get up to, like, they're on a lower level, and there's only shadows of the people they're seeing on the wall of the cave. So they imagine the world as like something that's only those shadows, kind of like a scary place for them. And then one of them actually breaks free, gets out of the cave here, like you're actually breaking free there. And they realize there's sunshine outside, those are human beings, they weren't scary monsters, it's all good life. And they come back and tell the other people that are watching the wall, cave wall, the shadows, oh, you see that there's so much more outside. They cannot convince those ones actually watching the shadows because they don't believe, because their mind cannot fathom. Some of you might be feeling that. And it seems like when you get out of the cave right there, you're going to realize maybe you're just watching the shadow of a mountain, which is maybe a tall person that you just need to connect with, okay? So it seems like that's also bringing 2 other desire, which is a yin yang. This can be something completing each other, and then it's actually going to bring maybe another pathway, opening a solution to you, right? Let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, an intention, hold it in your mind. That funnel turn into letter V, which is the victory. And somebody standing here, kind of looks like an Eiffel Tower in front of, like, maybe an architect, I want to say here, but yeah, desire is coming fast too, it seems. The thing is, architect, maybe I want to mention this as well, because the architect might be the solution to your desire. Maybe you need to talk to the architect, or I want to say an engineer as well, because Eiffel Tower is a metal structure. Might not be always, I feel like architect can design the thing, but they cannot really build the thing. They require workers and an engineer to figure out the structure, the material, all that stuff. So, I mean, I'm not very knowledgeable. Maybe architect does all this stuff as well, but So it seems like here, this one, I feel like this is the architect designing, showing the engineer, like, this is what you need to do. And then the engineer shows up with a hat with their authority and figures out a way. And that's why I said, like, your desire is coming really fast here, but it can't be the way to build them coming really fast to you, that you're the architect writing it down and sketching it out, and then you're the engineer who need to execute the plan. Okay, I see there is going to be within the second month a lot of contemplations and planning. First month is the sketching, maybe the dream. The second month is contemplation. And the third month, you're getting to work and starting to build it. All right, guys, let's dive into your tarot now. Let's see what that one is going to show us. Do we have an extra architect, or is that you? Or do we have an extra engineer that is going to be helping you? I see someone tall, by the way, tall with a little bit belly. Can be a masculine figure showing up as well. Okay, maybe a box head. This is the head right here. Kind of looks like a box. Okay, box can represent this person doesn't have edges. No, they have edges. They're not round. They're not flexible. And it might be hard to change their mind. Is that you or somebody else? Let's see. The Fool is your reset. You don't have the edges. Basically, this is a new beginning for you. Okay, that's why the upheaval actually came forward. This is a reset. If something happened, now it's the new beginning, and you don't have edges. You are open to new creative ideas. You might come across with someone with with edges, and that may not be flexible. You might come up with an amazing plan, but when it comes to execution, they might try to put you in a box, which is not a bad thing. For example, I used to design clothing. I mentioned in this reading, in this thing before. I used to live in New York. I used to design clothing, and I was the creative designer, and we had a technical designer. And it doesn't matter what I designed. At the end of the day, it had to go through her, because she was the one edging the measurements and doing the fittings. I was there for color, shape, and correction. But when it comes to corrections, she had a lot of words in there, and I needed that, because they're technically, you can imagine and draw everything, but you need someone to come up with math of the thing. Okay, so it seems like here you're the Fool, you're the new beginning, you're stepping and creating something, and you might get someone to tell you about the numbers, and maybe it's time to just also consider that part with curiosity rather than like rejection. Okay, we have Two of Cups, which is going to be a match made in heaven. Some of you, this can be a relationship. This is maybe your heart's desire coming to you, and there's an equal exchange. This can be a perfect job opportunity, or it can be a perfect partnership to make this happen. For some of you, I feel like this can be a perfect partnership. I'm also going to put it in there. This can be maybe with your own partner right now that you have a good exchange with, building something together. Okay, maybe a business, maybe something that is going to bring material satisfaction to you. What else do we have here? Six of Pentacles is amazing, guys. This is actually when you put your minds together and create this perfect partnership. Yes, you're overcoming the sadness and also letting go easily to things that are not really helping you anymore. Also, your desires, your needs, your requirements, they're all going to be fulfilled. I feel like Six of Pentacles also have the energy of like magically receiving your whatever that is required at that stage, in every stage of your life. So being open to it and staying in the positive is going to really bring the Fool, the money, the connections, the interviews, whatever you need. Okay, the Fool is your energy here. Six of Pentacles can be this, I told you, maybe the engineer wearing the hat with a square head, and they're just coming and they have their scale in their hand and they're only looking at the math of the situation. But I feel this is not a bad thing. This can be Six of Pentacles, a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn that you're talking to, and those are earth signs. They are really strict when it comes to how they build things, and very patient. So it's not looking bad, guys. It's looking very good, actually. Judgment Day with a Metamorphosis. Wow, I said butterfly. There you go. It's a butterfly right there. So seems like here, this is also going to bring a change, okay? And maybe change of view, change of like how you see things. Another thing with the judgment day is everything's actually going to make clear why certain things came to you, why certain people actually maybe sabotage you, send you the evil eye, and why you ended up in this place. It's going to show you that, and that everything is going to fall into the right place. You're going to be like, oh, this was destined. I was destined to experience this. Now I'm thriving. I'm in a better position, and I am maybe living my passion and living in luxury thanks to this situation. Okay, that's what the judgment day is. I feel like that's what's going to happen on the judgment day. We're going to come to understand why we experienced certain lessons and what was the deal, what we need to learn. That's actually what happens during the judgment day, which, if you believe in the biblical text, it's like going to happen after the apocalypse. Judgment day, the apocalypse, yeah. And then we're going to line up. That's how I'm imagining it. It's like we're going to line up in front of the door, and like there's going to be a scale, and then there's going to be measurements and stuff happening there. What do we have here? Dove spirit, be peace, aligning with the vulture. So whatever is leaving your life, it is going to bring much more peace and clarity. So I feel like here you need to really embrace that. The more you embrace that, the more the answers and clarity is going to come to you. And being at peace, being peace also, if you are in this kind of environment, there's like so much chaos happening. You might be the peace bringer, guys. You might be the mediator. You might be the arbitrator. You might be the one who comes up with brings people to the table for a solution, for actually handshaking and agreement. Okay, let's see what we have. Bat spirit, a rebirth is assured. I think metamorphosis, judgment day, and assured rebirth. Basically, some of you are really resetting some things in your life. Maybe you think that, it's impossible to change. That is happening here. So if you think that way, something is impossible, this is basically telling you nothing is impossible, and you're on the brink of experiencing that. Frog spirit, we have the second frog here for you. Clear out the clutter. Okay, that will help you leap forward. That will help you have the metamorphosis. And I don't know if you ever heard this phrase, but Bob Proctor used to use it a lot. Universe abhors a vacuum. When you empty out a space in a place, maybe for example, you want a closet, you want new clothing. When you go through it, you empty it out. What happens is the universe finds a way to bring you the things that will be actually fitting with you, a new style, and making you feel more confident. Like it just magically gets fulfilled. Okay, then a closet gets filled with new styles. It can be someone actually bringing you stuff. This I said so many actually, sorry. This requires you to clear out the clutter first. What else we have? Paris spirit, watch your words. This is very important. And from my perspective, I can say that what I realize, whatever I affirm with strong belief, even though I don't want that thing to happen, it happens to me. So let's affirm something positive today. It can be 1 sentence, 3 sentences, 10 sentences, but make sure those are all the things you desire to have in your life, like you already have it. I'm happy, I'm successful, I'm wealthy. Everything always works out for me. I am always hearing my divine guidance and acting on it. And my life metamorphosis, the judgment meaning reset, always brings great stuff into my life. Okay, what's your final message here? 2 of them. Okay, trust and forgiveness for the metamorphosis, and it is time for you to let down your guard and learn to trust again. Trust that the things are working out, guys. It doesn't have to mean that trust someone who wronged you. It doesn't mean that. It means that trust that everything is working out, and forgive judgment day, whatever has happened to you, and move on to the next thing. You don't have to allow access to you, but if somebody wronged you, okay, by someone who has wronged you. Another thing, education. Yes, this is a life lesson. Learn it if that's the case. Education is an important part of your soul's development at this time, which also comes with the judgment territory. All right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to add some more videos right here for you to enjoy. I wish you all a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.